Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's the first class, so I got to do the introduction, make sure you guys know who I am. And these are going on to YouTube as a video. I decided to do this as a pre-record and then put it up on YouTube. If the response gets pretty good, then I'll eventually turn it into a live class, and I'll do it through YouTube Live. Anyway, I'm Chris Burns, and this is the class, Building a Business from Zero. The syllabus and the course outline are all on the website at this link right here, www.cbpublish.com/BBZ. You can go there, you can download the course outline and the syllabus. You're going to also need to download the sample business plan. And before I get into all of that, and we really get started, let me take this break, get the theme music in, because it's new, since this is not what I'm doing right now. This is new, you got a new theme song, got to rock with that. Come back, and let's get into the class. So I'm feeling pretty good about everything, and I'm hoping you guys have had a chance to go to the website, download the syllabus and the course outline, which I won't read that whole thing. I want you guys to read that on your own. I want you to do a little bit of work on your own. I'm not going to be, trying to hold your hand through the whole process. But what I will get into is the week one lesson, and it's February 3rd. So we're going to get into this week one and the questions that are on the course outline for you guys to follow along with. And that first question right there at the bottom, who are you and why are you qualified to speak with us about business? Now, it says 5 minutes, but I'm not going to take that long. I'm actually going to pare everything down so we can get through this in about, not as much time as usual, because I know how on the first day of class, everybody wants to get out early. You want to get your course outline and your syllabus, and then you're going to leave and go sit in the quad and hang out with your boys and talk like that. So you guys that are looking at this and you're following it at home, you're probably like, well, I can get back to the basketball game, or I can get back to the television show, or whatever I'm doing, and we'll be done early. We're not going to do that because I'm saving something good for the end. So you need to stay with me the whole time. But let's get into it. Who are you and why are you qualified to speak with us about business? Like I said at the beginning, those of you that have seen what I'm doing right now, my name is Chris Burns. I'm a veteran, a former college basketball player, ex-high school coach, a junior college basketball recruiter, former college professor. I own a footwear company and a publishing company. But let's be real, this description that I just gave you, that's a lot of just titles and things that I've done. It barely scratches the surface of my experience, all right? Why am I qualified to speak and teach this course? I have almost 20 years of classroom experience, and that's at the college level and at the high school level and at the middle school level. I started CBP in the late 90s while I was in college as an undergraduate, and I've been operating small businesses. Well, I've been operating my current ventures since about 2004. In the last 4 years, I've grossed about right under $2 million, and that's verifiable. So I don't say anything that you can't verify. You can go to the arch-usa.com website. Really, it's art, but I have to say arch so you guys know what I'm saying. And go to the investment page, and you'll be able to scroll down, look at the bottom, and look at the reports that I have up that show you how much money I've made since 2012 when I really, took this on full-fledged. I was flat out bankrupt in 2007. We had a car repossessed. Didn't have any money. I was selling shoes at the flea market after I quit my job as a college professor. And that was in 2007. In 2008, that bankruptcy was dismissed. And in 2012, it was the last time I actually punched a clock and worked for somebody else. I kind of think that qualifies me to talk with you guys. All right, so hopefully you understand what I'm saying there. I think that's a pretty good explanation, and I think it's worth your time. Most important, I'm a person that you actually can get to know I'm not this mystery person who wrote a book that probably had rich parents or all this other stuff and they made it or they had a connection to someone else. I'm not that guy. I'm just like you. So if I can do the things that I've done, then you can definitely do the same thing. All right. What is a business? This is the second question. So, what is a business? I'm not going to give you a definition from a book. Okay. I'm not using the whiteboard today either. So that's why it's all the way back there. But what is a business? A business, in my terms, these simple terms, my definition, this is not out of the book or somewhere else, is any transaction that you make that requires a social, emotional, or financial capital. And what I mean is, most people feel that a business only involves the transfer of money. I don't think that's true. For instance, let's say you decide to assist your friend in moving a couch. Your decision to do that is a business transaction. Now, it doesn't involve financial capital, but, and you probably made that decision based on friendship, but there was an exchange of social and emotional capital that will be reciprocated in the future. If that exchange doesn't happen and it's not reciprocated, then the friendship ends, the business relationship ends. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think of business as just me taking money out of my pocket and giving it to you for something that I'm buying. I look at it as a social and emotional exchange. I look at it as a financial exchange as well. So business is any transaction that involves you working with someone else. All right. Now, next question. Why start a business? There's a number of reasons. There's a few things that we can get into here, but the first thing I'll say is something that I said in one of the what I'm doing right now episodes. I say what you're doing is starting a hobby. And when you start something that's a hobby, it allows you to see how your big idea will possibly work. All right. Everyone has a desire to be an owner. For many of us, we never pursue that dream. For a few, you actually come up with an idea that is so inspiring or motivating that you just can't resist getting started, and you decide to start a business. But a business allows those who have a job to be more creative than their job allows. A business allows a person to earn extra money for vacations or things you need for your family. So why start a business? A business will allow you to become your own boss, potentially. I think you start a business to fulfill a calling. All right. What do you really need to start up? So I'm going through these questions quickly. All right. I know you want to get back to what you're doing, but just stay with me. What do you really need to start up? That's a tricky question. And the reason it's a tricky question is it can't be answered in one way. Examples. If you're starting a consulting business, and I'll do this a lot, I'll use examples a lot. If you're starting a consulting business, all you need is a referral and a business card. Somebody gets a referral from someone else and you got your business card, they pick up the card, they call you. You can begin a consulting business. That doesn't take any cash out of your pocket, right? If you want to be a writer, you can start a blog. There are free blog platforms out there all over the place. Joomla, Drupal, WordPress, Blogger. It's just different opportunities for you. All you need is a computer, and that's it. Now, if you want to get a blog that will eventually pay you, then yeah, you have to get a domain and a hosting service, but you can start your blog anytime, right? If you simply want to make money for a family vacation or to pay some bills, you know what you can do? You can go in your closet and pull out all of the clothes that you don't wear anymore. Wash them, clean them up, take them to a place like Plato's Closet, right? Drop them off, Let them look at the clothes, see if they like them. And when you come back, they'll have money for you. That's a business. You just started a business just by taking the things out of your closet. Um, or you can take those same clothes, you can clean them up, iron them, take great pictures of them, and you can start an eBay page. You can log in and set up an eBay page, and you can log in and set up a PayPal page. Both of those things are free. You can direct it towards your bank account, and then you can take those same things that you had in your closet that you don't wear anymore, and you can put them up for sale. And who knows, somebody might buy it. That's a business. You don't need a lot to get started. The perception that starting a business takes a long time, that's just that. It's a perception, and it's a misconception. All right. Um, Now, the next question is a little bit more detailed. And here I want you guys to, if you haven't done it, go to the website and download the business plan. You'll see one of the articles on the website, on the BBZ website, and you can click it and it'll take you to the business plan. I put up my sample business plan from, it's not even a sample, it's my real business plan that uses all of the numbers according to what I was projecting and everything else for my art gallery idea that I was getting ready to start in 2013. And I didn't do it, but it's amazing. You write something 2 years ago, or almost 3 years ago, and I didn't have any plans on doing this video lecture series. And now I'm using this paperwork that I wrote 3 years ago. So you never know the things that you do, you keep it, and you may end up using it for something else. But the business plan is very important. So once you have that printed out, I want you guys to take it out and follow along with me, okay? What is a business plan? Your business plan is going to give you, it's really for a person that you may be asking to give you a loan or possibly an investment. But most important, the business plan is your own personal statement to yourself about what you are going to do to start your business, all right? If you'll notice at the beginning of my business plan, I have a personal statement, an executive summary that's written for me. I wrote it so that someone else could read it, but at the end of it, you'll notice that it says, I'm making this personal statement. And by making this personal statement, I'm basically setting the wheels in motion to actually act on this project or really get it started. So you have an executive summary and a business plan, okay? In that executive summary or underneath that, you have a general company description, and that talks about what your company is going to be doing. Your mission statement is the mission of your company. The company goals and objectives has to be completed. You have a business philosophy. You have to talk about where you will market. All right. And in my section, you can go in and you'll see that I say, well, I already have a platform with my 2 websites that I currently have. So my business plan is a little bit different than yours, but you can take my information out, even though it's a PDF, you can still copy it. I didn't lock it. You can take my information out and put your information in. You have to talk about your own background, experience, skills, and strengths, and how all of those things, all of the different things that you bring to the new venture that you're starting. All right. You have to decide if you're going to have a sole proprietorship, a legal form of ownership, sole proprietorship, LLC, incorporated. All right. That's up to you. Those are the kind of questions you're going to have to answer for yourself if you want to do those different things. If you want to protect yourself, you can start an LLC. If you want to incorporate, that's all up to you. You can decide. All of my businesses at this current time are all sole proprietorships. And that's because most of the work that I need other people to do, I outsource it. All right. At the time that I wrote that business plan, I actually had a part-time employee, but I no longer have that part-time employee. I still kept my business as a sole proprietorship, and I used ADP as my check company who cut my checks and who did all the tax information for my employee. But that's later on. We'll talk about that in another episode later on down in the semester. You got to talk about what your ultimate goal is for this business. All right. That's important. You should already be thinking about that. In the next section of your business plan, you're going to have products and services. That's the things that you are offering. Okay. 4, even though I mentioned marketing plan once before, marketing plan here at number 4 is a little bit different. Okay. Look at that. And then if you have some questions about it, hit me in the question or in the comment section. All right. The economics. You need to know the facts about your industry. You need to know what the total size of your market is, what percentage share of the market you will have, your current demand in the target market, growth potential and opportunity for a business your size. What barriers to entry into that business do you face in going into that market with your new company? Your high production cost, your high marketing cost, your low production cost, your low marketing cost. All of those things need to be factored in. Consumer acceptance and brand recognition. Do you have any? Probably not, since you're just starting. Obviously, you're not going to have any, so you're going to have to start building brand recognition. Training and skills, unique technology and patents, unions. There's a lot of things that you have to think about. Now, obviously, if you don't have any use for a union, you just write like I wrote, no use for it. All right, not any. You need to know your shipping costs. And one of the what am I doing right now episodes, the Kickstarter version, if you go back and look at one of those, I talk about shipping costs in the first section of the Kickstarter episode. And you need to know your shipping costs for whatever you're doing. You need to ask this question: how could any of the following affect your company? Change in technology, change in government regulations, change in the economy, change in your industry. Okay? Now, make sure all of the stuff that I'm talking about, if you're new to this video, and I have to assume maybe we're going to have new people coming in, I'm putting the website down here again. Visit the BBZ website and download the business plan. All right. I created that business plan in 2013. It was a project that was going to run independent of ARC and CBP. Okay. Now, what we have next is the question that I'm sure you're asking: what will this experience? Now, we're talking 12 to 13 weeks that you guys are going to ride with me on this journey of building a business from zero. What will this experience teach you? The next 12 weeks, sorry about that, will be a learning experience for you and me. All right. I've taught business writing at Park University. I've taught entrepreneurship to high school students. I've even discussed it in lectures at the University of Memphis. But this is my first time doing an online video course. And it's not live because I don't have that many followers right now. But eventually, hey, maybe I will. And you guys that are looking at this, you're going to be taking this journey with me. So I'll be learning and you'll be learning. What this will do is show you through the process of me completing this video course, you'll actually see the conception of an idea come to fruition. So in my own project with this video course, you're going to be able to see me create the video course, go through the whole process of teaching it and completing it. If that doesn't inspire you to do your own venture, I don't know what will, because this is new to me. So it's a learning experience. We're learning together. And what I hope is some of you guys will write and say, hey, Chris, I actually did start something at the same time that you started the video series, and it's going pretty good. All right, maybe you guys will go out there and start an eBay page and all of that, you know. But the next statement on the business plan down there at the bottom, or really it's actually on the course outline. I apologize because I've been saying business plan. I'm done with the business plan. I'm back on the course outline. What will this experience teach us was from the course outline. The next statement I wrote was: entrepreneurship is at the heart of all industry, and it's needed now more than ever. We need people to start businesses. Okay? It's vital that everyone has an opportunity to do something extra and to possibly create income for themselves. You're going to have to teach your children how to do this. I think it's vital that we all get involved in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurial opportunities exist in even the most mundane places. There aren't any stupid ideas, only ideas that have not been discussed. All right? And I don't mean discussed, talked about. There are no stupid ideas. Everything is potentially real and can be accomplished. I'm sure you're saying to yourself, well, what are these opportunities? The opportunities are everywhere. When you wake up in the morning, and you do something and you happen to solve a problem for something that you're doing, that's an opportunity. Everything you do from now on, when you start this class, I want you to look at every little step. I got the microphone doing my Bobby Brown. I want you to look at every little step around you, all of the things that occur and happen. And I want you to look for opportunities in everything. If you don't know what your opportunity is, and you're watching this and you're hoping that you'll be inspired to find it, just keep your eyes open and keep your mind open. And if it's something that you can put your heart into and you know you'll set aside time for, then make sure you research, 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 and do more research and attempt to pull it off. That's what this next 12 weeks is about. Every Wednesday, there's going to be a new video. You'll be able to come and check it out. I know this was long. I hope you stayed with me for the whole time. I appreciate you guys checking it out. This is Building a Business from Zero. Go to the website, get you a Discuss account so we can talk back and forth in the comment section. Leave comments here on YouTube. Subscribe, share it with a friend. Make sure you go pick up the book so when we have reading assignments, you can follow along. I appreciate you guys for checking out the first episode, and I'm really excited about this. So I look forward to seeing you next week so we can get into week 2 on the lesson plan. I'll see you there. Peace. Yo.